So, hi. So, it's been a minute, and I was saying hopefully my next video won't be me already having a baby, but that's what that turned into. So, yes, baby Jaden is here. No, I did not record my baby shower. I wanted to, but I forgot. And there was so much happening, and I just had a good time, and I enjoyed myself, so I didn't record nothing. But anyway, nothing but buns. Anyway, baby Jaden is here. He's 10 days old. He came August 29th at 3:27. He was 6 pounds, 6 ounces. He was 20 inches long. My little small baby. But anyway, so this video was basically going to talk about labor and recovery. Labor and recovery. This was real hard. Real hard. When we'll get into that. Okay, don't mind my facts. I don't need it, but I like it, so I'm gonna use it for the rest of this video. But anyway, so labor. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Labor is so freaking stressful. Alright, I went in at 12 o'clock midnight on basically it was Saturday, the 29th. So I went in. I had to get induced though, because he was not pushing out. And I actually wanted to sign up for like the elective induction, which means they could call you at any time, and when they call you, I'll be like, yep, come on, let's get it. But they called me on the 28th, and they said you can come in tomorrow, which was the 29th, and 29th was my due date of August, so it was my due date. So I'm like, my due date, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out. Like, I wanted to see my baby so bad, and I was so over being freaking pregnant, yo. I was tired, so I'm like, yes, get him out. So I got to the hospital at 12 o'clock. They wanted me to come at 9. I'm like, 9 o'clock, like, it's 8:30. Like, I can't make it that time. So he's like, all right, you can come at 12 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, 12 o'clock, that's cool. Call my mom, like, yo, mom, like, the hospital called me. They said I could come in and have a baby. Like, come right now, come at 12 o'clock. And then she was like, oh, my God, all right. Because I watched my little brother, she went out. And then I called my boyfriend. I'm like, babe, like, yo, we about to have this baby, we about to have this baby. And he was like, yo, you fucking like. I said, I'm not fucking like. I got on the phone with the hospital. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna tell you, my stomach started hurting. And I had to go to the bathroom. Like, I was so freaking nervous. Like, I want to help mom so bad. But when it was like, it's time, I'm like, damn. He really want to go. All right, but anyway. So I called my boyfriend, I called my sister, and I called my best friend and my cousin. I told everybody, I'm like, y'all, look, he about to come. And then, yeah, so my mom came home, went home, got all the hospital bags put in her car. All right, so like I said, we put everything in the car. I said I bought him my aunt, I bought him my cat, because I love them dearly. And then we went to the hospital and got there at like 12 o'clock on the dot. Said goodbye to my mom, my little brother. They couldn't even come in, corona and shit. And my boyfriend was the only person who could come. So, yeah, we was in like 3 different rooms. We had to go up to the waiting room, got their little tags and everything. Went into one room, stayed there for a minute. Then went to a different room where I was in there chilling. They gave me some medicine, you know, to help induce me, because I was not even dilating, not 1 centimeter. And then they got me to 1, and then I went to sleep because it was moving so slow. So I went to sleep, and it was already like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It was only 1 centimeter. So then I went to sleep, woke up. That's when I went down to the delivery room. All right, so from the delivery room, what I was doing, I was there for like a few hours, yo. It was they gave me some epidural. They gave me some medicine and through an IV, and then it was helping me dilate faster or whatever. So I got to like 3 centimeters, and then they want to put this balloon thing inside me to open it up, because I was still moving slow. And then they did a balloon thing. I got to 4 centimeters. I was trying to go natural the whole time. I really was trying to go natural. But that shit was hurting so bad I could not stand it no more. Them contractions is crazy. So I got epidural. The guy had to do it fucking twice because the first time he put it in, the medicine won't go through my back, and then he had to go up a little bit and did it again. First of all, that shit hurt. That shit hurt me. All that fucking pressure hurt so freaking bad. My boyfriend was holding me. The doctor was holding me. Alright, so I'm telling y'all, when I got epidural, I had that shit in for like 15 minutes before 4 to 10 minutes went to 10. I got that joint. I pushed the button one time. The medicine went through my back. I was like, okay, I could go to sleep. I could lay down. I got comfortable, lay back down after, doctor left. And I'm like, what the fuck? My boyfriend on the couch was falling asleep. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That shit was hurting so bad. I feel like I had this shit, like my ass was hurting. I feel like I had this shit. The doctors just, they gave me epidural and then she checked me. She was like, you 4 Siemens. I'm like, all right. And he's like, yeah, you can rest because it's going to be a little bit more because, you got dilating slow. And then he gave me some more of that medicine, help me go faster. So I went to sleep. Like I said, I pressed that button and I was like, okay, the contractions, I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it. My legs got numb. I'm like, all right, I can't feel none of this shit. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to take a nap. Go sleep. So like I said, I was laying down and I felt all this pressure in my ass. Doctor left out. I felt all this pressure in my ass. So what you call him? I'm like, babe, this shit hurt. Like I'm about to cry. So what you call it? I pressed the button. I'm like, babe, I'm like, babe, hand me the remote to call the doctor. So like I said, I was pressing the button. They be on the speaker and like, your light on, what you need? And I'm like, I need a doctor, I need a nurse. I kept on pressing that button and stuff. So then my nurse ran in and it's like, what's wrong? Everything good? I said, listen, are you sure I'm 4 centimeters? I said, this hurts so bad. Did you press the button for that? I said, I pressed it 3 times. It was not working. I said, I feel like I got this shit. Like, can I go to the bathroom? She's like, no, you can't go to work because you have epidural and your legs and them. And I'm like, yeah. So what you call it? So she went out and she went to work with the other doctor, the one who checked to see my dilation. And she was like, whoa, like, you ready to push, like it's time to go. I said, oh shit. She laughing. And I'm like, how is she 4 centimeters? I mean 10 centimeters already. We just left out. She was 4 centimeters. It's only been 5 minutes. And I'm like, so all these they went out. They came back with all these nurses. I'm freaking out and I'm hurting so bad. My ass hurt. I feel like I got this shit and I'm like trying to push everything. But they said don't do it until they come back. But I was already trying because like I could not do it. That pain was right there in my ass. So first of all, pushing out that shit was fucking hard. That shit was painful. I don't want nobody else telling me that shit don't hurt. I kept on pressing epidural and shit while I was doing it. That shit did not work no more. I only pressed the button one time. I had it for like 15 minutes before this happened. And it wasn't working. So I went through all that pain to get epidural. Basically for nothing. But when he came out right here, like his head was right here. They're like, you wanna what you call it, feel his head? And I'm like, no, I don't feel his head. I'm crying. Like it hurt so freaking bad. And when they got him out, when he came right here and they pulled him out, that shit hurted so bad. They talk about once his head and his shoulders come out, it was gonna be easy. But like I said, when he came out right there, they grabbed him, pulled him out. I'm like, we was on this, and I was on this group FaceTime call with my mom, my sister, my best friend, my cousin, my little brothers. They was on group FaceTime, and so they could see everything because I had it sitting up on the table. And they're like, Janae, shut up, stop being scared. And now I'm like, yo, like this shit hurt. I threatened the doctors. I told them, I said, y'all gonna get knocked the fuck out, my fist up, everything. I was about to beat their ass, like everybody's about to get beat the fuck up. On God, like. Oh my goodness. When my baby came out, they put him on me. It was like the best thing ever. He didn't smell too good. He had that stuff on him. But he was crying and he was on me and I was just so happy. Then they tried to give me stitches to hold my baby. They was poking me in the ass and in the cooch with a needle to numb me. But yo, I'm like, can y'all please take him off of me? They was like, while we doing this, it's okay for him to be up here so you can focus on him and not focus on down there. I'm like, can you please take him off of me? I do not feel comfortable with y'all poking me with needles while I have my son on me. Because if I move and he falls, then like, y'all gonna get fucked up. I guess I was starting the doctors. They were hurting me. I was in pain. They want to be doing this, doing that, giving me my child, but poking me with needles. I was not okay with it. So they took him, they measured him, wiped him off, and gave him to his dad, which was my boyfriend. And I'm like, all right, cool. I want to kick them in the face so bad. That needle stuff and them stitches, I got stitches. I got like 8 stitches. That shit hurt so bad. I felt every little poke. It hurt. It really did hurt. Like, giving birth is no joke. And then after that, I was bleeding out so bad. Like, I was bleeding. I had to stay in the living room for like 4 extra hours after I gave birth because I was bleeding out too much and they had to monitor me. Like, the doctor had to keep sticking her fingers in, pressing down on my stomach. The guy had all these blood clots. I had to like push the blood clots out, and it felt so nasty. Like, it was just gushing out, and I felt everything. I felt myself getting weak and stuff. It was just a lot. And then, like I said, they was monitoring me. Once they got this bleeding to stop, they had left off for a minute, but they still monitoring me because I was still bleeding. I wasn't bleeding that much. Had my baby on me. And then I felt so sick. I'm like, babe, get the doctor, get the doctor. I'm like, no, you know what, grab the baby. I was pulling it down, calling the doctor, pressing the button again. I'm like, I got to throw up. I was about to throw up on my son. Like, I really had to throw up so bad. I felt so sick and weak. I threw up all this water. That's all I've been drinking because, you know, when you're in labor, you can't eat. You can't drink nothing but water. And you can eat ice. But, yeah, I threw up in a bucket. It was so much. It was just a lot. And then I was able to go downstairs to the recovery room. Alright, so the recovery room, that joint was alright. I was still bleeding. I had, you know, these pads, ice packs, like this little cooling stuff. I got this spray that like helps with cuts and burns and like scrapes and stuff. And I sprayed it on my pads and like sprayed it like right there where stitches at. And it soothed it. Ice pack was so good too. Like, this is what I'm gonna get into next. So, recovery. One thing people don't tell y'all is that when you get stitches, the stitches hurt. Like, I'm still in pain. My baby 10 days old. I am 10 days ago. I'm still in pain. I was limping like crazy, swollen. Like, my legs and my feet got swollen when I came home. Peeing is hard. Like, going to the bathroom is hard, especially when you get pee and stuff on your stitches. And they give you like the squirt bottle. You have to spray after on your stitches and stuff, so it won't burn, it won't hurt. And then you gotta pat like you can't wipe. It's like real bad. Being in the hospital, I had nurses coming in. I had to take all this medicine, pain medicine, whatever, and it worked. I'm like coming home. Oh my God, sitting down in the car, so painful, going over bumps. And you know, Philly got all these potholes. One of the potholes, that shit was painful, bouncing and hitting, and it's like your ass gonna hurt, your coochie gonna, everything gonna hurt when you coming home. It's gonna hurt like. It be hurting to the point like I be ready to cry, especially when I was going to the bathroom. Like now it's a little bit easier, but it still be having pain. Like I still take some medicine sometimes, you know, to relieve it. Like my butt is the main thing that's hurting right now, nothing else. When I came home, out of nowhere, like I was in the hospital staying there for 2 days after I had gave birth to him. My boobs got real freaking heavy and they got humongous. Like they really got huge. And then I started leaking milk and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I was getting spots and stains on every sheet. So I got stains on every sheet. It's a lot. Like my boobs are easy now. I'm pumping and breastfeeding and all that stuff. So that's helping out. But like overall, giving birth and recovery, this shit is no joke. Like when I was in the hospital, I really could have died from bleeding out that much, but praise the Lord I didn't, and my baby is okay. The doctor tested him for his hearing. She thought he passed in 10 minutes. They said normally babies take 40 minutes to 30 minutes to pass. They had to keep redoing the test because they missed one. She said he passed in 10 minutes. He didn't mess up not one time. She didn't have to start over or anything. And I'm like, my baby is a genius. Like he really is the best baby ever. I wish I got him, but he's not with me. He's downstairs with my aunt. I'm not about to go get him because he is asleep. But what you call it? He is the best baby. Like, he only wakes up and cries when he's hungry or go to the bathroom, like, poop. And, like, I really love him so much. Like, he really is my baby, my angel, my life, my heart. Like, I don't want to hear no other woman saying that giving birth was easy. Listen, that shit hurt me. It was the worst experience I've had to go through besides getting shot in the face. Giving birth was by far the worst thing, the worst pain I ever been in. I do not plan on doing that shit again. If I do decide to have another baby, it's gonna be like 7-8 years from now. My baby will be 8-9. I'm not doing that shit back to back. I don't know how people have kids and then be having them be pregnant while they baby like 5 months. I don't know how y'all do that shit, but not me. I'm about to go on birth control again. when I go to the doctor's in October, and I'm like, nah, nope. But yeah, so that's my delivery story, recovery story. That shit hurt. Let me tell y'all that. Don't let nobody tell y'all it don't hurt because they lying. They lying. I went through that shit. That's my video. Next video, I'm gonna show my baby. I don't know what we gonna do. Maybe it's gonna be his appointment. But I'm gonna show him, and he's gonna be in a little intro thing. But what you call it? But yeah, this is Nas and his page now. Not just Jenny from the block. It's Jen and Jaden. I wish I might be in a video sometimes. I don't know. He's shy. But thank you. And so.
My bladder leak had. I thought it had to be fixed. But we always disagree.
It's time to show Kong that man is king. I'm one.